We did so much. We gave you before the biggest tax hikes in the history of our country and the greatest regulatory cuts in the history. Think of it.
That was Donald Trump having a major cognitive gaffe at his event today in Savannah, Georgia. This is one of his most incoherent, rambling disasters of an event that we have seen of Donald Trump in a long time, and that is saying a whole lot. Donald Trump continued to double down on his racism, on his xenophobia, on his fear-mongering. I want to cover all the craziest clips, all of the lowlights that we saw today so that you are aware of what is going on. First, my name is Brett Meiselas with the MeidasTouch Network. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 3.5 million subscribers. So after Donald Trump said that he gave Americans the biggest tax hikes in our history, he pointed to his head and said that it's all right there. That's a muscle too. It's weird stuff. Watch this.
It's this. It's not muscle. It's all right there. That's a muscle too, they say.
Donald Trump is still incredibly upset about his debate performance against Vice President Kamala Harris, and he is absolutely humiliated and embarrassed that everybody is speaking about how badly he did and how easily that Kamala Harris was able to get under his skin. So he addressed the fact that people keep saying that Donald Trump fell into her trap. Watch this.
If I then refute them, Marjorie, if I say that's not true, and just give a few seconds and people understand it, they say, he fell into a trap. Now, if they say bad about me, I got to refute it. I do it quickly, but I refute it. As soon as I refute, oh, he fell into a trap. Why would I let her say something bad about me and let it stand out there? If I don't refute it, people are going to think it's true. These people are the worst. These people are the worst.
Just some deranged stuff right there. Donald Trump says in this incredibly gaffe-filled, incoherent mess of a rally, isn't it nice to have a president who doesn't need a teleprompter?
Isn't it nice, by the way, to have a president that doesn't need a teleprompter? Isn't it nice?
Then Trump, despite continuously complaining about the debate and saying that the debate was rigged and that ABC News should be shut down and whining every single day, now he claims he absolutely destroyed Kamala Harris in the debate. Watch this.
Again, I say it all the time. I said it during the debate, where, by the way, we absolutely destroyed her, except for the fakers on a microphone. Oh, she did very well tonight. She did very well. She did very well. She couldn't put two sentences together. Take a look at her answers. And it was 3-on-1, too. ABC ought to be ashamed. It was 3-on-1.
Donald Trump says that tariff is one of the most beautiful words that he has ever heard. Watch this.
And by the way, you know, for years they knocked the word tariff, properly used, is a beautiful word. One of the most beautiful words I've ever heard. It's music to my ears. A lot of bad people didn't like that word, but now they're finding out I was right. And we will take in hundreds of billions of dollars into our treasury and use that money to benefit the American citizens. And it will not cause inflation, by the way.
By the way, it would absolutely cause inflation. They say that Donald Trump's tariffs, which are like a 20% tariff on all imported goods, would cost the average American family around $3,900 a year. That's why it is being called the Trump tax, because it is the American taxpayers who are going to be the ones who pay the price for Donald Trump's inflationary policies. Then Donald Trump started talking about AI and California, and he spread all these lies about California, and he used nicknames about Gavin Newsom, and he claimed that in California there's always these blackouts and brownouts with the power. I live here. None of this is true. Watch.
You know, to do artificial, which is a big hot thing that's happening now. They say it's the next big wave. I don't know. It comes with risk, but it's the next hot thing. But it needs massive amounts of electricity. So if you took all of the electricity in our country right now, which isn't enough, because in California with Governor Newsom, you have blackouts and brownouts. How about him? He wants to go all electric cars, but he can't give you air conditioning in the summer, right? Let's go all electric, but we have a blackout every 10 seconds. It's crazy. It's crazy. But we're going to do things that nobody has ever really had the courage to do, but it doesn't take courage. It's common sense. You know,
Trump continues his cognitive collapse by referring to Charlottesville as Charlotte's town.
And wasn't she really terrific? She didn't say anything except lies like a bloodbath, like Charlottetown.
Now watch closely with this clip. Donald Trump was drooling and you see him wipe the drool off of his face.
But they were forced to be out because in this country.
Donald Trump is speaking about the issues that matter most to Americans, like whether or not Vice President Kamala Harris worked at a McDonald's when she was younger. She did, but Donald Trump refuses to accept this fact because she did not put McDonald's on her resume when she was becoming a prosecutor, because that would be weird and people don't do that. So Donald Trump claims that he's going to go to McDonald's in 2 weeks and he's going to work the French fry stand. Watch this.
Remember this. For a long time, she's been talking about her experience at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's over the French fries. It was so hot. I think I'm going to go to a McDonald's next week someplace. I'm going to go, might not be in your place. I'm going to go to a McDonald's and I'm going to work the French fry job for about a half an hour. I want to see how it is. But she said she worked and she grew up in terrible conditions. She worked at McDonald's. It was such. She never worked there. And these fake news reporters will never report it. They don't want to report it because they're fake. They're fake. They don't want to report it. She never worked at McDonald's, but it was a big part of her resume. They went to the different places. Did she work here? Did she work here? Did she work here? She said, we don't know who the hell she is. Leave us alone. We're making hamburgers.
Then Donald Trump continues to spread these lies about the Haitian migrants who are there legally in Springfield, Ohio. And he says that they have to get the hell back to the country where they came from. Watch this.
In Springfield, Ohio, so you have a town of 50,000 people. They have 32,000 migrants put into the town almost overnight. And the people are so nice. You know, they want to be nice. They say, well, the mayor is actually looking for interpreters. He's looking all over for interpreters because they can't understand. The language is totally different. What the hell? I'm sorry. You have to move the people back to the country from which they came. You have to. You have to.
As a reminder, those Haitians are there legally, and they were begged by the town to go there in order to improve the town because the town was suffering by opioid abuse. They couldn't get anybody to fill the jobs, and these Haitian migrants were working in the factories. They become productive members of the society, and the factory owners, the elected officials, the people in the town are all thankful that they are there. And Donald Trump continues to endanger the people in this town by spreading these lies, which are leading to bomb threats and evacuations of schools and hospitals. It is absolutely gross. And as if he needed to remind you, this is not the first conspiracy theory or just flat out lie that Donald Trump has spread. Donald Trump was also doing this before the Springfield issue in Aurora, Colorado, where he was spreading these lies that gangs were taking over these complexes. You could watch this.
It's a mess. You know, the governor is a Democrat. And he's a radical left Democrat, and he's not too popular right now because they're going to take over a lot more than Aurora. They're going to go through Colorado, take over the whole damn state by the time they finish. Unless I become president, they won't last long. And
then Donald Trump just continues to fearmonger about foreigners coming in and invading our country. It's just the old, tired Trump racist, xenophobic playbook that he continues to run back. Watch this.
Prisons and jails, mental institutions and insane asylums, and criminal cells all over the world, not just from South America, but many of them are terrorists, and they are coming from Africa. They're coming from the Congo, large numbers from the Congo. They're coming from the Middle East. They're coming from Asia. They're coming from South America, but not only South America. They're coming from all over the world.
Donald Trump continues basically saying that the only way that Americans will be able to succeed is when he conducts the largest deportation operation in history. And he says it's going to be sad that he has to do this, but this is disgusting. Watch this.
Your wages will rise, your costs will fall, your job opportunities will grow because we will conduct the largest deportation operation, sadly, in American history. We have no choice. This is not sustainable.
And now let me finish this off with a little palate cleanser. President Biden spoke before the UN today, and he spoke about what it actually means to serve your country. And he spoke about his decision to actually leave power in order to allow for a new generation of leadership to take the nation forward. This is really powerful stuff. Watch.
I made the preservation of democracy the central cause of my presidency. This summer, I faced a decision whether to seek a second term as president. It was a difficult decision. Being president has been the honor of my life. There's so much more I want to get done. As much as I love the job, I love my country more. I decided after 50 years of public service, it's time for a new generation of leadership to take my nation forward. My fellow leaders, let us never forget, some things are more important than staying in power. It's your people.
I mean, that is such a contrast to what we saw at today's Donald Trump event. That right there, President Biden at the UN, that is what an actual leader looks like, who puts country over himself, who puts the future over himself. Donald Trump could learn a whole lot from President Biden's words, but we know damn well he will not. Hey, thank you for watching this. I am filling in for Ben right now, who recently had his baby. I know a lot of you are looking for updates, and I know Ben will share some pictures and give you all the updates the second that he can. I'm not going to get ahead of him, but everything is great. It's a healthy baby. His wife is healthy. Everything is awesome. Thank you so much for the support of me as I do these hot takes throughout the day and keep you updated. Remember to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us to grow this platform and spread these messages. Hit the like button and also leave a comment. All of this helps spread these messages far and wide. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in a bit.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.